So if we come across here to our other Ravager, you'll see the saddle difference once we stop looking like we've just come off some LSD. There we go.
Whirl.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Arc Aberration video, and once again another Arc Insight. And today we are looking at the Ravagers, also known as the Cave Wolves if you try to spawn them in. These guys look scary AF. They are absolutely terrifying. They are the things made out of nightmares. They just look like they could suck your soul right out of you through their mouth and then tear your body to shreds. So these guys are the Ravagers. You'll see, there you go, you can see their name now, Ravagers. Now, these guys are pretty unique in that they get a pack boost and they have the alpha. So they're pretty much essentially the dire wolves of Aberration, except mutated to be the things of nightmares. So these guys are incredible. But today, what we'll be doing on this Arc Insight, if you don't know, we'll be looking at their abilities, their maximum melee damage, and their maximum movement speed. So what we normally do, if you haven't tuned into a previous Arc Insight video, we normally pump up the stats of two of them, one in melee damage, one in movement speed, based on whichever one has the highest melee damage out of the three, which is this guy here in front of us, the alpha. And then we see the difference between their minimum melee damage and their maximum melee damage. But first off, let's just start off with their general abilities. So first off, he's pretty good. He's got a jump ability, you can see there, much like the other creatures in Arc. He doesn't have a climb ability. However, you'll see here we can't actually climb up anything. He does only have the ability to jump. He has a primary attack, which is rather obvious, which is a bite attack, you can see there. He has a secondary attack, which is like a swipe attack. I think it's slightly more powerful than his bite attack. We'll test on this dodo. Never mind, the dodo's dead. We'll be testing it out later anyway. So yes, he's got a bite attack, a swipe attack, and then he also has a roar. You can see there, that roar sounds absolutely terrifying. Gives the Rex a shame, because I think that roar is bloody scarier than the Rex's. So yeah, they're pretty much all his attacks actually. He doesn't really have anything else other than that. You can see here, so the bite attack does 111. Our swipe attack, on the other hand, if we can pull it off, can we, does 111. So yeah, they're exactly the same. There's no difference between the two. Oh no, we're hallucinating. These mushrooms cause hallucinations. Oh god, this is bad. Now we're suffocating without the use of water. So this guy's going to come after us. Just be careful of the mushrooms and how close you get to them, because they will cause you to hallucinate. And this is the effect of hallucination, a weird trippy zone where you go, where it looks like you're on MLD. Now they can also, you just saw there, our pack jump and bite and attack, which is pretty cool. So they are really useful for that as well. So I would definitely recommend taking these guys in a pack, which we'll do right now, and we'll show you the actual destructive capabilities of the trio. Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's make sure that they're following you. Okay, we got all three of them. So what we're going to do, we're going to whistle to attack that stego there in front of us. Let's go, fellas. And you'll see them charge straight at him. Now, we'll have the pack bonus. That guy's become the alpha now. There you go. You can see there, they do a jump attack and deal a huge amount of damage. And just like that, these guys easily wiped out their stego. These guys are the new raptors, new direwolves of Arc, which is incredible on Aberration especially. So yeah, now we're going to take a look. Oh my god, look at the color of that Dodicarus. That's sick. Now we're going to take a look at their melee damage and maximum movement speed. Okay, so we're ready to go on the maximum movement speed. This is his regular sprinting speed without any levels into movement speed. And this is his regular walking speed. So you can see he's a pretty good sprinter. I would say on par with the raptor and the direwolf. But now what we're going to do, we're going to pump it straight all into movement speed. And you can see there, he goes up by quite a bit of movement speed, unlike the crab, which you would have seen by now, hopefully, which only went up by 1. So this guy goes up a significant difference in comparison to the crab, that's for sure. Okay, so he's fully pumped on movement speed. Let's see how fast this guy flies. So that's a pretty significant difference, I would say. That's a big difference between what we saw earlier and this speed now. However, I wouldn't recommend pumping all the points into movement speed. I mean, go for it if you've got like extras, but you definitely want to pump this guy in health and melee damage, because you can see he does have a decent amount of health, weight, and stamina. However, his health could use a little bit more in terms of bulkiness, just to bulk him up a bit, make him more durable to the other creatures, on aberration. His weight, on the other hand, is incredible, as well as his stamina. You can see here, we're not actually expelling too much stamina, slightly more than the Carancus, I think that's what it was called, the gigantic crab. So he is rather useful in that regards when it comes to sprinting. You can see there, he's able to cover a lot of ground and poop while in motion. That's definitely a useful ability I seek from my tames, pooping in motion. So you can see, I thought we were about to climb up this gigantic ring there. I was about to be really surprised. So yeah, this guy's really versatile. I mean, he's pretty much like a direwolf raptor kind of mutant hybrid between the two. I would definitely recommend taming up one of these guys. Heck, tame up all the new aberration creatures. Who wouldn't? And look at those ears. So this is our maximum melee damage test subject, and he's got 364 melee damage at this level at 150. He does have slightly lower weight and stamina as well, but you can see here, the other one was doing 111. This guy does 9 more damage, which is at 120. His swipe attack does the exact same amount of damage. I wish it caused like some kind of bleed attack. Like, look at those claws. Now, another little hidden thing that I didn't mention earlier in the video is that these guys can actually follow you across zip lines. So you've got to be really careful. However, when using this guy against other dinos, I would definitely be careful of using your swipe attack, just due to the fact that if you are interrupted halfway through the animation, it will cancel out and you won't actually be able to use it. So you can see there, we're doing 120. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pump this guy's melee damage all the way up to maximum. You can see there, it's going up quite a lot actually. That's a pretty impressive amount of melee damage this guy is getting. We're going to get it all the way to the maximum. Our crab got up to 1700. This guy will probably fall short just at 1400, which is pretty cool. Now he's doing 120 before, he's now doing 461. That's just under 4 times the amount of damage he was previously doing, which makes sense considering we buffed his melee damage that much. So he was doing 120 before, he just fell to Carbonemus in 2 hits. That's pretty incredible in my books. 461, that's a pretty incredible amount of damage. And like I said, this guy is able to follow you across zip lines. So be very careful building zip lines into your base when these guys are spawned nearby. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this. These guys do have a unique saddle, much like the Thorny Dragon did and the Parasaur did. This guy has a unique saddle. We'll just get back here and show you quickly. But other than that, I would definitely recommend pumping this guy up a little bit more in stamina. He could probably use a few more levels in stamina if you're on the picky side of wanting to make sure he runs forever, and a bit more health. I think these guys definitely need a bit more health. However, one thing that we haven't tested is their Alpha Pack bonus, which we might test now, actually. Now, we've just got to find the saddle. This is it here. Oh, no, we're hallucinating. Great. Just perfect. And we're suffocating. Lucky we've got infinite stats on, otherwise we would be dead by now. So if we come across here to our other Ravager, you'll see the saddle difference once we stop looking like we've just come off some LSD. There we go. Finally better. So you can see the saddle here is slightly different. It's kind of got like a warrior look to it with the flag bearing down the side, whereas these are just your regular leather saddles. So what we're going to do, we're going to call these guys here. We're going to try and get them to follow us here just to get that pack boost and the alpha. We kind of want this guy to be the alpha. I don't know why he's not the alpha. Are you the alpha with melee damage? Yes, you are. All right, so we're going to ride him in just to get closer to a dino, and then we're going to set these guys to attack and just see how much the alpha boost affects these guys. I'm pretty sure it's like 20% or something like that the alpha's boosted by. There's some dinos up here which we're going to test this on. It looks like they gain actually, yeah, Pack Leader, you can see there in the top right corner. He doesn't gain any other unique abilities by the looks of things. That's pretty unique, the little roar where your minions follow you. That's pretty cool. That's actually kind of scary. All right, so we're going to jump off here. He should still be the alpha. Yes. So we're doing 461. Let's just take a quick look here. 1,000. Never mind. Forget the 20%. That guy just hit 1,000 as pack leader. Granted, they've also got the pack boost as well. So every extra one you have in the pack, they get an extra bit of damage and like defense boost and stuff like that. Plus we have the relationship one as well. So we've also got to take that into consideration. But whoo-wee. You definitely need to tame yourself a pack of these guys and use these as your means to get around, because my god, these guys pack a huge punch. They are easily hitting more than the Rock Drake did. Granted, that was the maximum buffed melee damage dude, 170, so they're dealing an extra 60 points on top of their original attack with the pack boost and the mating boost. However, the alpha still hits more. Now, you did just see them do a little jump attack. I'm not 100% sure how we pull that off. It doesn't look like we can actually do that attack because I've tried jumping and it just doesn't seem to work. However, they didn't do it there. You can see how 1059 dude is just packing on the damage. I just kind of want to see them to do the jump attack again. There you go. You saw it there. I'm not 100% sure how they do it because we cannot do it, which is kind of a sucky thing. There's no other button that we can press that allows us to do an attack. You can see here we're pressing the left trigger, the right trigger. Nothing's going on. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So that'll be it for today, guys. That's the Arc Insight of the Ravagers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This was pretty eye-opening, especially in terms of pumping maximum melee damage and bringing a pack of them along with you. They are incredibly powerful, and I would definitely recommend taming some of these guys up. You saw there 111 is the base because we are away from our pack and we don't have the mate boost. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe because we will be doing more of these Arc Insights. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.